Hey, so I had a cool thing happen, and I wanted to come on and share it. Um, I've been lighting up the phone lines, calling our Congress critters all over the country, and leaving messages, and I'm very careful not to cuss at them and not to yell at them. Not that they don't deserve it, because they motherfucking deserve to be cussed at and yelled at. But I'm not gonna do that. That's not the energy I want to spread in the world. Um, but I leave messages that are fucking passionate, man. These people are making decisions that are turning our country upside down. There are terrorists who have been abducting people and shipping them away without oversight, without records. We know where some of these people went. Where did the rest of them go? They're being sent to private prisons. Which makes them worth money. Um, Now it's escalated from abducting people to causing riots in Minneapolis, to maiming people, to injuring children, to um, Minneapolis was just fine. This was created by our Congress people who are not upholding their oaths to the Constitution. They're acting like they're in a cool girls club. We're the cool girls, and it's like, dude, no, you're the mean girls. And mean girls right now are pitting the Allied nations against the United States. It's like, okay, the Greenland thing. Okay, so it's exactly like this. It's like there's a baby bear, and little baby bear is so cute, and a big predator comes. It's like, I am a big predator. You should be scared of me. And behind the baby bear is a mama bear who goes. I mean, that's the Allied nations. That's the point of working together. Is that, yeah? So I call our Congress critters. I keep notes so that I know um, who I've called, and um, I think there are other things I would like to do with my time, but whatever. I'm a boring person. I am. I can. And get to the point, woman. Get to the freaking point, please. So I call and I leave these passionate, sometimes angry, sometimes astonished, sometimes stuttering with just how on earth can this be happening? Um, Sometimes crying, like, this is scary what's happening to my country, to our country. This is our country. And here are these wealthy men who are making decisions that aren't for us. One of the Missouri senators, he said, I am working for them. I am working for the Missourians. And it was like, I think it was Missouri. And if you have a politician who calls you them, I mean, even if they call us we, it doesn't necessarily mean anything. But if he says they instead of saying we, dude, they're not even on our same planet. And it's time to fix that, and we will fix that. We will fix that. Um, it's gonna suck while we do, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I swear it. So I leave these messages, and I feel bad for the people who in the office who are the actual ones who listen to the messages. Um, so tonight I went from the first call I made. The guy is on a Homeland Security committee, and I saw that right before the voicemail beeped for me to record, and my brain fucking melted. Like I hadn't quite prepared for that. That I was calling somebody who was on on a committee that is making the decisions that are happening in this country right now. And somewhere in the midst of the message, it switched to be from being absolutely fucking pissed at these rich white guys. But, I think all of the ones I have called are rich white guys. Um, I switched and I started talking to the person who picked up the message. I mean, this will be in the future that they will pick up the message. And said, I also work for people who are on the spectrum of that. And one of my jobs is people who believe that things that are very much against my values. And I spoke to the person who's picking up the message and let them know it's okay if you don't agree with your senator. It's okay. So by the end, God, I'm not putting it as well as it came through. Um, yeah, I started by not yelling, by making myself not yell. And I ended it by saying, we've got this. We've got this. Hang tight. It's all right. You don't have to do anything different. Like, we get it. You need a salary to pay for your life. You've got a, like, retirement plan. I don't have that, but whatever. I get that you can wake up and realize that you're working for somebody who is not on the side of good. You wake up and you think that you're on the side of good, and all of a sudden one day you're like, wait. It probably happens a little at a time. And I just wanted to come and share that I had a really cool experience where instead of not yelling at the evil white man, I had a communication with someone in the future who will pick up a message who may or may not. It may not resonate with them, but it might. Um, yeah. So I'm gonna keep calling, but I think I might go at it a little differently. Um, over Christmas, that's a lot of what I did was call. Was it Christmas? It was before that. It was with um, health insurance before Christmas when they were shutting down the government. Um, I would talk to the person picking up, but then I was crying a lot more. Now this insanity has become pretty normal right now, which is crazy. Like, we've got the number of fogged up things that are happening in this country right now. Okay, so let's go through a little list. Just a smaller one. Like, when I go to call the senators, it's hard to figure out what to say because you don't get very long. I always call after hours because that way they can't say, "Oh, I'm sorry, you're not a Louisiana resident. We don't give a rat's ass what you have to say." So I call them after hours. Um, ooh, it's the first time I lost my train of thought. I'm proud of myself. Oh, a little bit of an idea of the things that are going on. Um, is that we've got um, oh wait, hey, hi. Well, there's people here. That's wild. I'm like hanging out, talking to myself, and I look over and y'all are here. Hi. um, so I had a cool experience. I made a phone call to a senator, and instead of yelling at the senator on their voicemail, I I left a message for the person who is answering the phone because the person who's answering the phone is not the same person as the senator who is making decisions that are harming our country. So instead of yelling at the senator, I left a message, a really decent message. I ended in my many phone calls today, I ended one of them by saying, "It's all right. We got this. I love you. Good night." And it was absolutely genuine. Like, okay, so there's people out there saying, "Hi, we're up. It's a Saturday night." Um, I said that I would come back after I'd had a toke at some point. So I had a couple tokes tonight. And so I figured I'd come and say hi. And I was just about to go through a laundry list of fucked up things that are happening in this country, but people popped in and are all like happy and cheerful, and I'm not sure that's the thing I want to do. Um, yeah, so I called, left a message, and instead of yelling, and I don't yell when I leave the messages. Sometimes I cry. Sometimes my voice is as like I'm forcing myself not to yell. But it was different tonight. So I think maybe I'm gonna switch gears because I think the majority of people do not want to be causing horrors and harm upon our country. And I want my country back. I want my country back. It's never been mine. Like it's always been run by these rich white men. I want it back. I want to build something better with what we got. I There was a wonderful video about Greenland. Not about Greenland. It's like AI animation of fucking powerful. It's polar bears on snowmobiles who are like, fuck the fuck out of you. You're not gonna take over our country. You don't understand. We have like we're not just one little Denmark kingdom, a big ass cold island. We are a whole bunch of countries that all work together cooperatively because it's not the meanest and the most violent who wins the world. It's the most cooperative. It's literally the ones who hang out and get high and watch each other's back together. That's who's the strongest. And so this feeling of maybe we could have like we have the frog as a symbol of joyful resistance. Could we have a frog and a polar bear maybe? Because I keep feeling this polar bear energy and it is so fucking strong and joyful. I mean, the polar bear in my mind is not like a real life polar bear. They're really mean. They're scary. They're really scary. But when you have them as a symbol and you do really cool AI animation, I mean it's really powerful. I restacked it on Substack. And I can put a link in the bio of my Substack, which I don't do a whole lot yet. Um, yeah, so it's Saturday night, and what state am I in? I am in Colorado. Fun fact about Colorado: I don't know for sure that it's true, but it seems very likely that it is. Colorado, we got some mountains. Um, they say that Colorado is by surface area, that Colorado would be bigger than Texas if you ironed out all the mountains and made us flat, that we'd be bigger than Texas. And I fucking believe it. Those mountains are stout. They're 20 minutes away from me, and like it can be middle of summer, and you can see snow, and you can go from being really fucking hot down here to somewhere where that you could hurt yourself if you were outside without proper gear at night. Yeah, these mountains are intense. So Colorado, um, yeah. Let's see. So, yeah, I mean, Colorado is an amazing place to be. I love it. I love it so much. People complain. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. They complain that there's too many people here. Which, I'm sorry, you move here and you complain about how many people there are here. Do you see a problem with the logic? You moved here, like I was born here, and I had to leave because it's a beautiful spot, and everybody moves here, and the people who move here are people with money because it's a beautiful spot, and um, I had to leave. I hated those people. It like burned in my brain. I hated them so much. So I left for a long time, and now I'm a little bit outside of that. I'm like the border between this really beautiful, beautiful, beautiful area and more Republican area. Like literally one side is, and it's just the way it is. I don't know why it's that way, but it is. And I like being in a mix. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. If I drank, I would like to go and hang out in Republican bars and just like I could just like get high outside the bar and go inside and get like a tonic water and no alcohol and hang out with I don't want to hang out with drunk people, but not in person. That's anyhow, okay. Yeah. So um I wanted to check in and say there's really fucked up shit happening in the world right now. And that is waking people up. And we have been told my whole life, I have been given the message that there's nothing I can do in politics. I have been given the message my voice doesn't count. I've been given the message that, you can vote once every 4 years, but it's not going to add up to anything, so you might as well not. I've been told that the people who run the country are the rich white guys, and the best we can do is probably to have like some rich not white guys and some like they're all gonna I have been told that there is no point in even trying. Um and that's not true anymore. Fucking game changed. The game changed. They are weaponizing our country. And all of a sudden, that means if you're gonna break my shit, that means I get to put it back together. Now I have a fucking voice. We do. We have the opportunity to change this so that it is a country that's for us instead of my paying my taxes it's hard to do. I don't have extra that goes to like it makes a very real impact, and those tax dollars are being poured into these people who are they're just making the decisions that have brought us to the the terrorism that's happening with masked ICE agents who are getting paid with our tax dollars. I don't think they understood that they couldn't take. I'm glad they're breaking it during my lifetime. There are other people. I'm glad they are breaking it. That there are certain people around right now to help guide this situation, and I'm glad I'm one of them. I I would prefer that things were done without people getting hurt like this, but that's not my choice. My choice is what I can do from here, and I'm meeting the moment by making lots of phone calls, and it took me like I don't know. I think I sat here with my phone in my hand for like a half an hour before I worked up the courage to come and say goodnight. So I'm really glad I did. And yeah, okay. I'll work on working up the courage and coming on. And sometimes I will maybe not go with the just the lighthearted encouragement. Maybe sometimes I can come on and I don't feel like now is the right moment to list the horrors of the world. I don't feel like it, but maybe in the future, come on, and maybe I could title those "The Horrors of the World" so that it's not, so that we know what mood we're getting into. Because sometimes it's really important to know about the horrors and to watch scary movies, and other times we need to just chill and be peaceful. So tonight, let's just do a chill and be peaceful. I actually went to a history party tonight. It was online. I'm very much a homebody, but I got to go to yeah. Uh, I love being indoors, and now is my moment to shine, man. I feel like dorkdom is becoming a superpower. Yeah. All right. So, oh, I am fostering a kitty, and he and my kitty are, they're not like, they sat really close tonight. They were in the same, like, they were 2.5 feet from each other in a small space, and nobody made any growly sounds. So that was exciting. Um, and I say all the time, and then I'm like, I'm now. Hey. I hope that you're having a good night wherever you are, or a good day. Good day if it's day for you. Just know that we will be okay. We will be okay. Like, there are some foundational pieces of this country, and these people have been trying to take our country by its own rules, and that's okay. That shows us where the weaknesses are in the rules. And rules feels like the wrong word, but whatever. That shows us where the weaknesses are. Let's change it so that good people get to be making the decisions. Because there are lots of good people. And let's make it so that it's not the wealthy people. Like, that just separates them from us. If they are wealthy, then a huge percentage of their wealth needs to be going back into their community. I like, if you want to be wealthy and be a ruler, you like a big percentage. Absolutely. If you want to show up that way, yes. And I'll volunteer. I would not mind having, like, being able to live without now, like, worrying. Everything is so much more expensive. And I'm like, I didn't have extra before. So how the fuck is this can work out? My I don't even I don't even know yet. I'm just starting to see everything that's more expensive this year. So I would be totally down to have enough to know that I can have the things that I need, and to be safe and secure and vibrant and, you know, alive, and spend my energy doing things other than, yeah, I would love to have that much. And to say, like, just put half of it back into the community instead of people who are like, yeah, I would love. I can show us how to do that. I also want to make it cool. I want to make it cool to pay your people well. To have, like, I think we could make it very trendy, and um there's that thing when something feels good when you're bonded with people around you. Oh, oxytocin. Yeah, the it's like dopamine, but it's better. Where it's community creates this um brain chemical. Yeah, and if can we can teach people that it's by sharing that we oxytocin. And happiness doesn't come from hoarding a bank account, and it doesn't come from taking advantage of people for profit. Um, it comes from happiness comes from working together. So there's the polar bear again, and Greenland and working together. So I I see a pretty cool vision of many possible potential futures, and it's gonna get worse before it gets better. But hang on, and that's why I found the courage to sign on tonight, is because it's gonna get worse before it gets better, and it's gonna be okay. So start dreaming of the world that you want to see. Um, I want to know about the world you want to see. Okay. Say goodnight, Dave. Okay, now for real. Oh, okay. These black hats that you probably cannot see. Say goodnight, Dave. You gonna say goodnight? Hey, honestly.